Two more matches coming up from Spain later. Athletic lost 4-0 at home to Espanyol at the old San Mamés last season. Will it be a surprise at the new one? We'll find out at 5-6. And then Sevilla entertained Valencia in our final match at 8. But both of those over on Sky Sports 1. But right now it's half-time between Getafe and Real Madrid. Los Blancos lead 2-0. Rising star Jose with the first goal. A great curling shot in just the 5th minute. And Benzema got his 18th of the season, 14 in league with a chest and neat finish to make it 2. And Real on course to be joining Atletico and Barcelona on 60 points by the end of the weekend. Ozzy, I asked you at the start, would Real Madrid settle for 1-0 or could they make a big statement here? Now they're in this position, what would you do if you were Carlo Ancelotti?
I will go for the next goal because it's always a danger. I mean, Getafe are not doing anything, but it's always a danger that they score a goal. And they score a goal, 2-1, everything changed. They certainly will have a goal. So I will say, Ancelotti will say, go for the next goal. Next goal, 3-0 up, and this is it. After that, it's very, very easy for them.
How important is a clean sheet here, Gaizka, for Real Madrid? It will be their 11th in 13 in all competitions.
It is, and it shows how this Madrid is improved, not just in attacking defense. It gives you the balance in both ways, and the confidence to, whenever you coming out and play, try to give that clean sheet, and also the respect you give to the opponents. I mean, Getafe, as Ossi is saying today, it hasn't got much. It hasn't been tested these defenders today, but as the confidence, as a work team, work ethic, it's very important. Obviously, thinking of the Champions League games and the games that come in with Elche, then I think it's Atletico Madrid. So it's always very important.
If they start off sloppy in the second half and do concede that goal, it's game on again, isn't it?
Oh, certainly. 2-1, everything changed. But I don't expect that to happen. For Real Madrid, everything is to play right now. It's not only the Primera Liga, that is a wonderful Primera Liga, but the Champions League as well. Very, very important game coming up. It's all the same in February. All the big games start to come. So they are in a very, very good way at the moment.
OK, let's get back to Jerry Armstrong and Rob Palmer.
Real Madrid cruising at half-time by 2-0. Now Real Madrid may have to go for it, because remember, they're ahead of Atletico at the moment on goals difference. Who knows, in this very strange Spanish season, the number of goals you score and the few you concede could be the final decider, Jerry.
Well, it might be, but I mean, obviously the first criteria is the head-to-head, and because they haven't played Barcelona or Atletico Madrid for the second time round, that's really crucial. But remember, the one game that Real Madrid lost at home was against Atletico Madrid. That was the 1-0 defeat. So if they don't beat Atletico Madrid in a couple of weeks' time when they're doing the Madrid derby, it could be very interesting come the end of the season.
Here is Benzema, who scored the second Real Madrid goal in the first half, laying it back to Modric. Supporting is Arbeloa, back to Modric, step over Bale, a little slow to react. Modric gets it back and taken out of the air by Moya. They've started the second half as they started the first. Real in control.
Yeah, but a little bit over complacent for me. I still feel they're in second or third gear, and there was a chance to get a strike off as we see this beautiful break forward.
Pedro Leon looking for Colunga, who's had 2 glorious chances in this game and has taken neither.
Well, at least he got a shot off, but he didn't hit the target once again, and that's criminal for me from that angle. And really, they needed a goal. Good run, lovely layoff, just hit the target, don't miss it at the near post. And Colunga should have done better for me, especially when you're 2-0 down at home against the mighty Real Madrid.
Colunga is the second top scorer with 4 goals this season, which tells a story. Getafe, a club who are devoid of any confidence at the moment.
Well, when you've lost 8 in a row, Rob, I think confidence is certainly the biggest issue. A little bit of belief, and then Real Madrid, the mighty Real Madrid, who are averaging 3.67, 3.8 goals a game. That's not what you need. And then who was it? I think it was one of the players at the weekend said, Lafita said, well, we won 2-1 against them last season. Who's to say we can't beat them again? Certainly the Real Madrid players would have noted that.
There's Di Maria trying to get it onto his left foot. He does, and he forced the save from Moya. Now Jesse. Marcelo. Little back flick. Bit of freestyling from Real. Marcelo's shot cannons for another corner.
Excellent football, you know, the combination there. Di Maria's great, coming inside, then beating the player and then hitting the strike. Good save from Moya. This is great. He shapes to hit it now, comes inside, and then he hits a great shot, moving. Moya does well, and then they win the ball back again. Hesse, combination, and then Marcelo's shot with his right foot's blocked for the corner kick. It's a good start to the second half.
Nice reverse. Modric. Interesting. Lafita was the player put up for an interview by Getafe this week, and he said it's the worst possible opponent for Getafe at this present time. I'll keep an eye on this man, Hesse. A star emerging.
He's done so well. There's a lovely little combination. I thought somebody should have got a shot at goal. You know, a little bit too clever maybe. But if you're 2-0 up away from home, maybe they feel they can do that. And they've certainly been very comfortable. The only time they were really stretched was when Pepe made that mistake, and then he fantastically recovered the situation with great defending. He made up the ground and got the block in, but not really seen too much from an offensive point of view from Getafe, and it looks like they're going to make a substitution. I think Luis Garcia's had enough. We're going to see who he's asked in the warm-up. Is it Lafita? Or maybe even Sarabia?
Well, he needs to change the course of the game. If they could get a goal, Getafe, who knows, maybe they would make Real Madrid a little nervous. Well, whatever they've scored have tended to win. They've won 15 out of 16 times. They've taken the lead this season. Here's Di Maria.
Oh, off the ball.
Hesse. Marcelo weaves into the area.
Alexis took Benzema out off the ball, Rob. I want to see that one again.
Hesse, it's blocked. Alonso kept it in play, and maybe not, on the advice of the assistant referee.
It's continuing this
round.
round.
There's a little local difficulty the referee has to get on top of here. Benzema drawn into a finger-pointing game. Gareth Bale acts as the mediator. And Alexis does have a pretty long rap sheet. We can see the referee's going to offer a yellow card. He's going to flash it before the eyes are sure of both players. Once the melee disperses.
No.
Alexis and Benzema both in the book.
I'd like to see the incident again. It was certainly off the ball, and it looked like Alexis took Benzema out. Well, he lays it off and he starts to accelerate now. Well, there you go. He grabs him by the neck and pulls him back. That's what Alexis done, and that's what started it all off.
He actually pushed his own man in the lead up to that, Alexis, who does have a reputation for being a little hot-headed.
Well, I remember the incident 2 years ago with Pepe, which was not nice. I don't want this one to spill over.
Here's Bale. Xabi Alonso to Pepe. Di Maria recovers the ball. It's a bobbly pitch. Maybe the Getafe groundsman was hoping that would prove to be a bit of a leveler. Modric, nice touch.
He's onside.
Bale is onside with a lot of space to work in as well. Gets it onto that left foot. Now Di Maria. Di Maria sees the shooting opportunity. And it comes to Hesse. He's still got some power in it.
Well, great play. Good ball from Gareth Bale, square for the shot for Di Maria. He does well. He sees him. He picks him out. Gets the shot off. Good shot. Keeper can only parry it. It falls. It's bouncing awkwardly for Hesse. It's on its way up. He tries to get his knee over the top of it. Not a par on it, but just over the crossbar.
Well, Adrian Kalunga, who didn't take the opportunities that fell his way, is replaced by Angel Lafita. No, he has no fear of Real Madrid. In fact, in the last 5 games he's played against them for Getafe and his previous club Zaragoza, he scored 4 goals in those 5 games. Real Madrid need the 3rd goal to ensure the victory. There's still a lot of fight in this limited but spirited Getafe side.
A late challenge from Di Maria. Our referee sees no advantages given the free kick, which is good decision. There it is. That's the challenge there. And well done, the referee. The challenge on Vigaray.
Leon focuses on a congested penalty area. Orhan. Marcelo had the call. Good clear communication from Diego Lopez. He was the villain a year ago when he took the place of Iker Casillas. But I think there are very few that can argue that on form, Lopez is impossible to replace.
He's the Zamora. He's the top man in the Zamora, and Xabi Alonso not happy with that. Lafita, he thinks, has gone down very, very easily. Let's look at it. Well, he barely touches him. I have to agree. Lafita falls over so easily, it's untrue.
Oh, excellent set piece, but what a rhapsodical attempt that was from Juan Rodriguez, who was coming in.
Juan Rodriguez had the first shot and somebody else swung at it, Rob, but Juan Rodriguez never really got an awful lot of contact on the cross from Pedro Leon. There it is. He's got a chance to hit it, and he totally mishits it for me. And then you can see there's a swing of the boot as well from Juan Valera, and he totally misses it. Again, half chances like that, I think Getafe's got to hit the target at least and test the keeper.
Pedro Leon flying in his Arbeloa. Good control, better cross. And Ramos tidies up very neatly. An excellent game at centre-half tonight, Sergio Ramos, is 1 yellow card away from a ban, and if he was banned it would be next week against Elche, which would clear the calendar for Atletico the week after.
Yeah, I think Godin's in a similar situation, and last night he made a couple of rash challenges at the end, hoping, I think, he could get a yellow card and miss the Osasuna game next week, but he's another one who's walking a tightrope.
Just over 10 minutes gone in the second half. It's been a more buoyant Getafe, making a game that it's an interesting one, isn't it? The referees, and I do know this for a fact, will have done their homework on which players may be looking for a deliberate yellow card, and I'm sure that Perez Montero will be aware that that man Ramos will be beneficial if he saw a flash of yellow tonight.
Well, again, I think he goes down very, very easily. Lafita goes down so easy there, it's untrue. And is he playing for free kicks? Maybe, I don't know. There's the control. It's a soft one, I think, really soft free kick. Could be the old Palzac, couldn't it?
You could say that, I couldn't possibly. Well, they keep getting these chances. They've had their fair share of set-piece situations. Can they make one of them pay? Pedro Leon goes for goal. It needed a touch, but it was a brilliant block from Arbeloa. Searching ball, Marcelo in the way.
Well, Pedro Leon was the intended target. It's a bit better, I think, from Getafe. Certainly since Lafita's come on, he's made himself more of a nuisance than Adrian Colunga.
One goal is all it would take for Getafe to put the frightness on Real Madrid. Leon once more. Headed by Benzema and a skied shot. Diego Castro.
Yeah, it's well over the top. And again, any sort of half chance, I just feel you've got to hit the target at least. You've got to test the goalkeeper. And scoring goals is a problem for Getafe. Certainly Pedro Leon is their top goal scorer with 6 goals. But you look at Lafita and Colunga's only got 4. Lafita's only got 3. Marica's another one, only got 3. That's where the problems arise for me with Getafe.
Free plays a good advantage for Real Madrid. This is Modric. Modric to Arbeloa. Benzema is the supporting act to his right-hand side. Modric to Di Maria. Di Maria flips it in. Benzema on the blind side, but it needed somebody to read his intentions.
A brilliant piece of play, lovely little dink. I think Benzema's done everything right there as well. He's cushioned it back into the danger area, and as you say, Rob, nobody anticipated the movement. Lovely, clever disguise on the pass from Di Maria, and a cushioned layoff. This is an open goal. That's the challenge. It's a bad challenge as well, I have to say, from Borja. Mind you, Xavi caught him in the first 10 minutes, didn't he, with one just as bad as that.
It's a battlefield in the centre of that midfield. There was a strong arm from Valera into the ribs of Xavi Alonso. He gives and he takes. Pepe, Di Maria, kept in by Marcelo. Many would argue that the game is already won, but Ancelotti down there trying to keep his players hungry. Going to set themselves targets, and I suppose the target tonight is to try to get to the 69 goals that Barca have scored. Real are on 67 now. Barca have slightly better defensive statistics. There's Pedro Leon looking for movement. Good turn. Gavilan. Vigaray. Digs in a decent cross. Lafita. Behind him was Pepe. Madrid's defensive mentality has been tested. They've doubled the crowd in size today, Getafe, as Real Madrid make the short journey across the capital. And they're getting behind Getafe now. They can see that maybe there's something in the making here.
Well, they're getting free kicks, that's the difference. They're winning some free kicks. Pedro Leon's fouled there by Sergio Ramos. He's all over the back of him. And they've had a good 6-7 minute spell since Lafita come on. Another opportunity for Pedro Leon.
distance.
My
As
goodness.
Real Madrid were encouraging him to shoot them from 40 yards, and he fell into the trap that was set by.
What is he thinking of, Rob? I'm not being funny. This is Diego Lopez, the Zamora. Top of the Zamora at the moment, and he's going to shoot from 35, 40 yards.
Well, he's a player who had such tremendous possibilities when he was younger. Made his name at Levante and Murcia, came to Getafe. They sold him to Real Madrid for 10 million euros in his early 20s. Failed to make the grade there, and he doesn't really seem to have grasped the nettle either at Getafe. They're going to make their second change of the evening. Going on is Lassen, and Borja Fernandez has run out of fuel.
Yeah, the Algerian lad that's coming on for fresh legs, I think. They give them certainly energy levels. He's worked hard, Borja, in the middle of the park. I think he's just run out of steam.
Manu started his career at Borja a decade ago at Real Madrid. He's taken out of it a million after. Algeria international comes on, carving through the centre of the Getafe, non-existent Getafe defence. Then was Di Maria once more.
Yeah, he's missed a good opportunity. It was an open goal. He's lost his footing just at the vital time.
If anything, Jerry, this second half has belonged to Getafe.
Yeah, they played
taken
better.
Control of things. And
Played better.
it has been a test of the organisation of Ancelotti's defence. They've passed all of the tests with flying colours, but they have invited Getafe to attack them.
Yeah, that's one of the things they've done better this season. I think defensively they've been much better organised, and certainly with Diego Lopez, they look a much better side. There he is, onside. Tries to turn and swing and hit it at the same time. Unfortunately, no good.
A quick reminder of part 2 and part 3 of our Spanish triple header tonight. Athletic against Espanyol over on Sky Sports 1 as soon as this game finishes, followed by Sevilla against Valencia, also on Sky Sports 1. Modric with the shot, Modric with the finisher. Modric finishes off Getafe. Job well done.
Well, it's a good goal. I still don't think they've got out of second or third gear. It's his first league goal of the season. It's his second goal in total, but he will relish that. He's playing really well, and he's played well within himself tonight because he's played in a more withdrawn role, but set up nicely by Marcelino here. And then there's the strike, bottom right hand corner, no chance for Moya. That's a good strike from Luka Modric. Pretty comprehensive, Rob, and I still honestly I don't think they maybe hit third gear 2 or 3 times in this game. It's been very easy for Real Madrid.
Wonderful finish from the former Spurs midfield player. His first in La Liga since last May. He doesn't care how many they score, he just wants a clean sheet.
Exactly.
Diego Lopez to go with the other 8 he's had this season.
A lot of whistles in the crowd, bit despondent because, do you know, you said it right, Rob, in the last 10 or 15 minutes they've had a good spell, they've had pressure on Real Madrid, but they haven't tested the goalkeeper. That's the difference. Real Madrid go up the other end and one chance and it's a goal.
It's a different in class, isn't it?
I think they're also used to winning, that's another thing. Winning because of habit, and so too does losing. And at the moment, Getafe has the losing habit. Now, Hesse he's going to get fouled, isn't he?
Wrestled by Valera. The booking will definitely come. Occupational hazard for the fullback. Use the human parachute.
What chance Jaime Gavilan getting through this game without getting a booking after the number of challenges he's made? And he pulls him all the way back, and referee's no choice. It's straightforward, isn't it?
Modric. Alonso. Di Maria bends him up. Easy football now for Real Madrid. Unchallenged passes. Gareth Bale flips it in. Comfortable for keeper Moya. Pepe. Marble up. Turns into trouble. Then a foolish foul by the Real Madrid fullback.
Well, caught in possession. Could have laid the ball off for me, Arbeloa. Well, he's had a kick from behind from Gabriel, and he still managed to get away with that. Pedro Rios once again on the ball, or Pedro Leon.
Three-quarters of the game gone. Leon in there. Well, the goalkeeper came and he missed the flight of the ball, Lopez. Maybe enough to unnerve the Getafe attackers. Lisandro goes nowhere. Now Lassen, the substitute. Real looking very comfortable in defence. Getafe in truth just don't look like scoring. Can't turn possession into goals. Castro. Easy for Modric. An energetic performance from Modric. Took a while for him to transfer from life in London to starring for Real Madrid. He was actually voted the worst Real Madrid signing of last season.
Well,
Gets that this year, then gets in the most improved player award because he has been brilliant.
Arbeloa caught possession again, Rob, but you know, he never really got much of a chance in the first 3 or 4 months. Coming off the bench as a sub, you have to learn, and you're right, Rob. He comes with there, Diego Lopez, and doesn't get to it. Maybe he doesn't have to put a few of them off.
Post again, and once more enough for Lopez as he flapped at it, took it off the head of Lisandro. Man down in the penalty area. The referee not stopping play.
I think it's
doesn't
Alexis.
feel that Alexis took a full blow to the face.
I think it was a clash of heads between him and Sergio Ramos.
Well, Alexis stays down as play continues around him. His teammates neither are buying into it. The referee finally stops play. He's got his back turned to Alexis, though. He's done his homework. He knows that he does have a bit of a reputation for drama.
Well, certainly trying to milk that one. Let's see. Oh, he's milked that big time. Ramos is up early. There's an arm goes up, but I don't think he makes that much contact with him, and I think he's trying to buy one.
He goes down rather softly for a man who's covered head to toe in tattoos.
Too soft for me, mate. Too soft for me. He's won the ball cleanly. Sergio Ramos, another substitution.
Third and final change. It will be Sarabia, who started his career at Real Madrid, who takes the place of another former Real man in Pedro Leon. Sarabia did actually play for the Real Madrid first team, but only once against Auxerre in European football in December 2010.
Well, that's good to see Isco coming on, and with your 3-0 up, there's no reason why you shouldn't get Isco in the park and give him a run out and save some legs. Here's Hesse.
Hesse driving inside, brings Marcelo into play. Di Maria with lots and lots of space. Knocked on, corner Real Madrid, and it will provide him with the opportunity to introduce Isco. His 100th La Liga game tonight. Luis Garcia. It will be his 45th defeat in those 100 games. They're just holding back on the change. Marcelo misses out. Maria to Marcelo. This is Alonso. Modric. Well, Miguel Moy will be happy to keep it at 3. He's the goalkeeper that conceded 7 goals against Atletico earlier in the season. Shoot is the cry, and one of the better efforts of the second half from Sarabia.
Well, fresh legs, fresh ideas. It looks like it's Karim Benzema who's going to be taken off.
Benzema has a yellow card against his name, so maybe a little bit of protection. He scored the second goal, finished it brilliantly to take his total for the season to 18 goals in just 23 starts. And a chance for Isco to get some valuable playing time.
Been a little bit unfortunate, Isco, Rob. He's got 8 goals this season, not had many starts in the last couple of months.
He was a young player. We saw his talents at Malaga. Another local difficulty for the referee to sort out. Is that Castro? There's Modric here.
Good goalkeeper.
Brilliant. Yeah, there was absolutely no defence there to keep him out of the book.
He's having a giggle over that. I think they all are having a giggle over it. Full stretch to get the hands on that ball.
He'd make a great 5-a-side goal, wouldn't he?
Sweeper keeper.
Alonso governing the midfield once more. Terrible clearance. Bale can't get there. This is Modric. Marcelo. Ramos. Good recovery from Arbeloa. Alonso. Modric. Weaving inside is Marcelo. Trying to tee up Isco. Isco. Now Gareth Bale. Bale enters the penalty area. Unfortunately for him, his legs give way. Sarabia loses out to Sergio Ramos. Ramos. Marcelo. Marcelo right across. Ramos was hoping to get on the end of it. Sarabia. So the free kick was given. Then the yellow card surely should follow for an intentional handball by Di Maria.
I don't think it was any more intentional than Sergio Ramos's earlier on.
It wasn't as spectacular as the handball though by Modric just a couple of minutes ago, was it?
No, on the book. A lot of yellow cards now, Rob. Still no Ramos.
He's got 13 and a bit minutes, yeah. Sergio Ramos.
He'll pull a shirt or something, I'm sure.
Could be a battle of wills, though, with the referee. You mentioned Godin last night. Did he finally get booked, Jerry?
No, he didn't. He had 2 sliding tackles, challenges that were all, well, both, I thought, yellow cards, and he didn't get booked. So he walks the tightrope for the Osasuna game.
Is Isco. Nice back flick. Isco with Lansen. Isco has effectively bolstered the squad, but 30 million euros was an awful lot of money to pay for a man who is becoming a squad player.
Not as many as 37 million for Illarramendi, who's on the bench as well.
Well, he got a fair run in the team, though, didn't he? When Xabi Alonso was out with injury.
Also because of Sami Khedira, the long-term injury of Sami Khedira, who's out for the season. I think he's got a lot more games
And Isco, I suppose the problem for him is that Hesse has come through and
Yeah,
has become a direct competitor for that extra attacking spot.
Yeah, and Ancelotti playing a 4-3-3 rather than the old system of 4-2-3-1, which is what he plays occasionally, but he seems to favour the 4-3-3 more. And Di Maria has been in such good form playing in that midfield three. Good ball.
Marcelo. It's been pointed out that Isco as well is only 21 years of age. This is Di Maria driving inside. Antoine Marcelo tries to break that goal-scoring duck. He's had a few pops at goal tonight.
Well done, Moya. Another good strike from Marcelo. Good build-up play once again, and Illaramendi stripped and ready to come on.
And the man who's taken out of the firing line is Modric. Another one who's had a booking, maybe just for his protection, but this was the most notable event of his evening. A wonderful finish that put the game beyond Getafe. Ramende gets a share of the spoils. The young man who joined from Real Sociedad. I think Moya makes a brilliant save after a double deflection.
That was a clever flick at the near post from Pepe. Almost fooled the goalkeeper.
He's having a good game, Moya. The goalkeeper against Real Madrid, he can become a broken man. Xabi Alonso, brilliant, like a quarterback, isn't the way he fires the ball. Di Maria hits and hopes. Moya comes a long way, hopes to box the ball away, unchallenged.
Just think he should have caught it, Rob. You know, it's up in the air, there's no challenge. You can get 2 fists on it, certainly can hold it with 2 hands.
Esse. Di Maria. Tempting cross from Di Maria. Picked up by Illaramendi. Sarabia bullied off the ball by Ramos.
And he gives up very quickly though, Sarabia, didn't he? The referee took pity on him.
Into the final 10 minutes with Delve. Going to be 3 points that moves Real back onto 60 points level with Atletico and Barcelona. Teed up by Sarabia. Alonso with the important header. Actually, Arbeloa, he's come back into the team. It's time shown a bit of ring rust. To see that tremendous save at the other end. Came off Lassen, making it all the more difficult.
Yep.
Cat-like reflexes.
It's Casemiro who's stripped and ready to come on now as well.
Floated in, header from Lisandro, who's jostling for position but leading with his arms in the eyes of the referee. And the next break of play will be Carlos Casemiro, the Brazilian defender, who will come on.
And Diego Castro gives an easy foul away. As we see the last substitution.
It's a fair reception for Angel Di Maria, one of the players who's received a yellow card tonight, that's taken off just in case for the final 8 minutes, and another one of the youngsters of Real Madrid, Carlos Casemiro, who was signed from Sao Paulo last summer, already a Brazilian international. It's quite interesting, Jerry, when you look at the youthfulness of this Real Madrid side under Ancelotti. It really has become a young team.
Well, look at Varane on the bench, Lord. And Morata's not even on the bench tonight, another one of the stars of the future. I mean, they've got such a young side, as you say. Great strength and depth.
Hesse is 20, Isco is 21, Casemiro is 21 years of age. Illarramendi, who's just come on, is only 23 years of age. And you look at the likes of Benzema, who's yet to reach his prime, still 26. The only player I think I'm right in saying who's over the age of 30 is Xabi Alonso. 32 years of age in midfield, the old man, the granddad of the team. Here's Gareth Bale. Fired in by Arbeloa. Take it back, he's just turned 30, Arbeloa. There has been a pruning of the squad last year, and an influence with the kids, Illarramendi, Bale, Hesse, Isco, of young players very early in their 20s who are the future of this grand club.
There's certainly a lot of quality. This is one of them. Hesse.
A kid from Gran Canaria. Real saw the potential when he was only 14 years of age. Brought him from the holiday islands to the mainland, and he has developed at a steadfast pace. So he's already an international at under 17, under 18, under 19 level. And he went on record this weekend of saying that he quite fancies a trip and thinks he may be in Brazil on merit. Alexis. Lisandro. Xabi Alonso. Loose challenge. Just a word in the shell like from the referee. Comes off Arbeloa, will be Getafe with a corner. Could be argued when we go back with Gaizka and Ozzy Ardiles at the end of the game and look at the chances created. Getafe arguably have had just as many as Real Madrid, but Real have taken them. Not on by Pepe. Now Hesse. Foul from Larsen.
A lot of fouls, a lot of niggly fouls in this match, Rob. And he's desperate to get a yellow card, I'm sure. He's running out of time, though. He could be in the same boat as Diego Godin.
Or maybe the other effect is to just rest him next week against Elche, to keep him available for Atletico Madrid in what is going to be possibly a season-defining game in a couple of weeks' time. And of course, in a mad march, Real Madrid, Barcelona and Schalke back-to-back.
Yes, it's crazy, you know, and they've had a really hectic, because of the Copa del Rey, Rob, they've had a hectic January, February, and when you add some of the Champions League games into it as well, that's a poor challenge. That's the one he may be looking to get booked for, is it? He was hoping to get a yellow card. Referee's not buying it.
He can't quite believe it.
Yep, that's from behind. Could quite easily have got a yellow for that one.
Castro, the player, fouled. Sarabia stopped by Marcelo. Getafe supporters are rising in voice. They're going to be an important 12th man as they fight against relegation in the final straight of the season.
Yeah.
24 games played, 25 points in the bag, just 4 points above the leader in the final relegation place at this moment in time.
Well, the big battle is for 4th place for the Champions League, and Bilbao are fighting that out, and there's Villarreal and good response from Sevilla and Valencia and clubs like that. It's going to be interesting to see who actually gets that spot, but Bilbao are in that position at the moment. Doesn't look good for Real Betis. If you're a Real Betis fan, they lost to Granada today, and
another defeat for the Andalusian club. Meanwhile, Alonso leaves his foot in. The referee is not buying that one. No foul on Castro. The referee's had a good game tonight. Hasn't been the most testing evening for the referee, nor in truth for Real Madrid, who are heading for their 19th success of the season in La Liga in their 24th game.
Yeah, it's been a pretty easy away victory, I feel. They could have scored a lot more goals. I think the early goal, as you said, Rob, in the first half from Hesse set them up and they were really comfortable, but they've played in second gear for most of this match.
Ancelotti quietly building a very strong team. It will be 25 games unbeaten, 21 wins in those 25 games. Of course, the holy grail for this club is to become the champions of Europe for the 10th time. They haven't managed it in 12 seasons. That's a lifetime at a club like this. Isco. Oh, put it into the path of Bale. We're into 3 additional minutes. Here's the time for a 4th Real Madrid goal. It's Marcelo. Marcelo right across the face. Oh, and a slow reaction. I think it's the top of the bar.
Well, Isco was looking to get himself one at the far post. His shot was blocked. But you're right, Rob. You know, I just think whenever they want to raise the level of intensity, they can do. Gareth Bale in the middle is slightly behind him, and its shot is blocked and lands on top of the crossbar, much to the delight of Moya and the Getafe players.
Final flourish here as Isco loses defenders, but they get enough bodies in the way. It'll be another. Oh no, he's given a goal kick.
Well, it's great skill from Isco at the near post, and I thought it was a corner kick as well.
So did Gareth Bale.
I think Moya's in any hurry. I think they just waste the referee, blow the whistle now and put them out of their misery. Let's see. Yeah, it looked like it was a corner kick.
Kesse. Now Marcelo. Casemiro. It's been a vital evening as well for Ancelotti to give some of the young players who haven't been getting much playing time, the likes of Isco and Casemiro, are below, who's the other end of the age scale, of course. They've been on the fringes recently. They've got a good run out tonight. It's a rarity for the coach as well, a whole week to work with the players on the training ground, a luxury very rarely afforded. So that the players will probably be asking for a week off. I know that Cristiano Ronaldo was supposed to head back to Madeira to show off his World Player of the Year award to the folks back home. It's his other end. Unfortunately, Ronaldo didn't make the journey as planned because of the terrible weather. Stopped his plane taking off.
He's still trying to get a yellow card, Sergio Ramos, Rob.
to Sarabia. Sarabia in there. Ramos casually out. Casemiro. And the referee draws to a close. Another job well done for Real Madrid. This really is going to be a tight season in La Liga. They move back level on points with Atletico and Barcelona at the top of the table. It was a Sunday afternoon walk in the park really for Real Madrid. Modric, Benzema and Hesse the scorers. They beat Getafe by 3-0.
Yes, a professional job done for Carlo Ancelotti and his side. 3 goals scored, another clean sheet. That's 11 in 13 games now in all competitions. Sergio Ramos couldn't get his yellow card. He will probably play against Elche, but we'll find out next week. What's been another more than comfortable win for Real Madrid, without their star player, of course. So that 3-0 scoreline means Real Madrid move back into second, above Atletico, but behind Barcelona. Only goal difference again separating the top 3. Who will break first? As for Getafe, well, they're down to 16th, still just 4 points off the drop zone. Well, Ozzy, considering they were 2-0 up at half-time, what did you make of the second half from Los Blancos?
Well, very easy game for them. In fact, very relaxed. I mean, Ancelotti and Zidane and the company there in the bench, they were very, very relaxed throughout all the game. That shows how easy the game was for Real Madrid. The difference between the two teams was huge. Real Madrid, of course, fighting to be the champion, and Getafe coming closer and closer to relegation troubles.
Job done in the first half, pretty much job done in the first 5 minutes, guys, go with the Hesse goal. A star of the future, or is he a star of the present already?
I think it's already of the present. 5 goals in 6 games. He's following with the numbers of Raúl when he first started. And he's just full of confidence. We mentioned before how to be a Real Madrid player at that age and to do things he does, you have to have be very confident with yourself and your skills.
It's a big comparison to talk about Raúl, but they are talking about that in Spain. I'm not saying that it was lucky for Karim Benzema that he scored, because he got 18 this season for Real Madrid, but Carlo Ancelotti's not going to drop Gareth Bale, he's not going to drop Cristiano Ronaldo. Hesse almost has to play somewhere. Where will he play?
Well, he will be playing. I'm pretty sure that he will be playing when Ronaldo is back. Maybe Ronaldo is not playing.
I doubt that.
I think Ronaldo will be playing, and I'm pretty sure that Jesse is going to be playing. I mean, in this kind of form, he's not going to drop him. So somebody else will be dropped, certainly.
And you mentioned Luka Modric at the start of the game. One, how important is he already now for Real Madrid? It's just his first league goal of the season. So secondly, should he be scoring more?
He should be scoring more, yes, but I mean, he's playing all the time right now for Real Madrid, and he's playing better and better every single game. I have been very, very impressed with him. He's showing the form that he showed when he was at Tottenham. He was a great, great player when he was with us, and suddenly he's looking that kind of form in Real Madrid right now. He have quite a difficult start, but he have a lot of talent, so he's one of the most important players for Real Madrid.
How important do you see him for Real Madrid?
He is. I mean, because he's kind of the link between those midfielders and the strikers. It's difficult for him sometimes because the way Real Madrid plays on the counter-attack, so fast, so that pace, so he hasn't got really the chance to follow those strikers and get around the box where he likes to be, and those long shots we've seen so many times. But he's giving that help to Xabi Alonso as well in terms of controlling the ball and the game.
Real Madrid have been a strange side this season, really, haven't they? They're not always playing in top gear, but they're winning. You still feel there's a lot more to come.
Well, they're winning, they have a clean sheet and so on. Today really was a kind of training for them. Very, very disappointed with Getafe. I mean, like I said before, they're kind of noisy neighbors all the time. I was expecting a much more difficult game for Real Madrid, but at the end of the day, it was very, very easy for them. But it has not been the first game like that for Real Madrid. It has been a few. Somehow not playing as well as they could, certainly. They have a lot of more talent, they could be absolutely brilliant. But somehow they don't need it, and they are winning. For example, they won today 3-0. But they are going to need to be at the very, very top when this is going to be decided, when they're going to be playing against Barcelona and when they're going to be playing against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, big month coming up in March, of course. They play both those sides. Are they capable of fulfilling their potential? Do you think they will do that?
Well, they are Real Madrid, of course. I mean, I won't bet against Barcelona, certainly. It's my favorite team. But
that's the question I'm asking. We're talking about Real Madrid and the fact they've got all these star players. But when they're head-to-head, do you feel that they would win or perhaps lose against Barcelona?
I will support Barcelona, like I said, but certainly Real Madrid can beat Barcelona, can beat Atletico, can go all the way in the Champions League as well. They have this kind of potential. They have the players. They have a big squad. They have a very experienced manager. Well, in a way, they have everything.
Okay, guys, great stuff indeed. Thank you very much indeed. Well, Ozzy and Guys Girl will be with me over on Sky Sports 1 in just a couple of minutes' time, where we have 2 more games coming up from La Liga. First up is Athletic Bilbao against Espanyol. Athletic have the chance to go 7 points clear at 5th, followed by Sevilla against Valencia. That's at 8 o'clock. So Real Madrid get a very good win in the Madrid derby. They go level on points with Atletico and Barcelona. What a tighter race we have.